Has funding pips potentially just changed prop firms forever? New payout systems, policy changes, toxic trading flow, and news trading are just a few of the things that funding pips are addressing. So what does this all mean and how will it affect the industry as a whole? Well, let's dive straight in and have a look at the statement released by funding pips, and then we'll go into a little bit more detail and finally discuss how this could ripple through the entire industry and potentially become the new normal. Okay, so here's the statement released by funding pips. It's called Past, Present, and Future. As funding pips stands tall among the very few remaining prop firms that have consistently upheld the highest standards of integrity, we take a moment to reflect on the remarkable journey that brought us to the pinnacle of the industry. While other firms have fallen one by one, giving into the temptation of short-term gains and ultimately sacrificing their reputation and the trust of their traders, we remain faithful in our commitment to fairness and trader satisfaction. We have established funding pips as a symbol of trust, transparency, reliability, and adaptability in the industry, showcasing our resilience and dedication. Nevertheless, our current struggles across the industry are undeniable, and we do not seek to downplay them. While we acknowledge that we are not immune, our robust foundation, advanced technology, and superior team have mitigated the impact on us. As we progress, our goals include securing our and your future and keeping you updated about our current circumstances. Transparency is deeply ingrained in our core values, and we are committed to upholding it. Continuously improving the industry as a whole and celebrating our achievements, which some of them are unique, we are also humbled by the lessons we've learned along the way. We've come to realize that real success is not just about reaching the top, but about doing so with integrity, character, and good heart. We've made deliberate decisions to prioritize the happiness of all our traders, even though a significant number of traders are manipulating the evaluation process and abuse us in bad faith once we allow them to go into the funded stage. With primary focus on traders, we have amassed a community of over 200,000 traders, facilitated 50 million in payouts, and maintained a pristine record of zero payout denials. We believe that our story is a testament of the power of knowledge, ethics, hard work, and resilience. We are driven by a sense of purpose and responsibility to continue setting the standard for excellence in our industry. Funding pips strive to build an even brighter future for our skilled and genuine traders. We express deep gratitude to them for joining us on this journey. We will continue to make a positive impact on numerous lives with no intention of slowing down. Okay, so that basically tells me that they are now looking at cracking down. They mentioned that there have been a lot of traders that have basically been, taking advantage of the fact that they have been one of the best payouts, well, probably the best. According to their stats, they say they have never denied a payout. And I think they started back in, November 2022. Now, a little side note. Firstly, I want to make sure that everyone understands that I am not affiliated with Funding Pips. And I'm also not looking at taking a dig at Funding Pips. I'm just looking at this as a potential kind of, starting point to some change in the industry. And I think Funding Pips is maybe now kind of pioneering that and pushing forward on that. But I also want to just state that, it's quite a big statement that they made that they have never denied a payout. Now, this is where I want to turn to you guys for a second and just say, if you guys have been with Funding Pips, I'd love to know your opinions on Funding Pips. And also let me know, have you ever been denied a payout? Because that's important. If they are stating that they have never denied a payout, but I have any of you guys answering the comments and saying you have, that is also, that's a problem because they are making this very, very strong statement about their payouts. Now, the thing is, they are saying that they want to focus on their good traders. They want to basically, make things better for their good traders. And this is what we're going to talk about. What changes are they making? So not only are they going to make it better for good traders, but they are also looking at basically getting the bad traders out, or the gambling traders, or the traders that are taking advantage. They're trying to get those out. So how do they differentiate between the two? That's what I'm interested about. What is the plan of action? So let's first start by having a look at the good thing, the positive, one of the big things that they are changing. And that is this over here, the new payout system, okay? So their new payout system, they're calling Tuesday payday. What does that mean? So basically all that means is every single Tuesday, you can request a payout. Basically, as a value trader with Funding Perps, our old arrangement enabled you to consistently get your performance commission, your payouts, helping you maintain healthy account balance, which automatically gives you a better state of mind. You now will enjoy an even better payout cycle than we've ever had. You will receive regular payouts every Tuesday, and you can expect to have 4 to 5 payouts per month. Now, this is important because I actually want to dive into this a little bit. So they're saying you can get a payout every Tuesday. So if you start trading your funded account on Tuesday and you stop trading on Tuesday, whatever profit you have, you can already the same day request your payout, right? On Tuesday, you can literally get your payout the next day. They say the next day. For example, you start on Monday, you can then request your payout on Tuesday. If you start trading on Tuesday, you can request it the same day. If you start on Wednesday, then you can go, it's 4 days until your next. So the maximum you have to wait for a payout, what they're saying is 4 days. And they're saying because of that, you can get up to 5 payouts in a month, because some months will have 5 Tuesdays in a month. Some will have 4, some will have 5. So they're saying you can get 5 payouts in a month. But here's my question to that. Here's my kind of like a little bit of doubt, because I've been in the prop firm game for a while, and every time I have requested a payout, there's normally a wait, right? You're normally waiting sometimes 24 hours, sometimes 48 hours, sometimes 3 or 4 days before you get that payout. And only once you get that payout, then it's like normally another day before they give you the new account that you can trade on. So with this in mind, are you genuinely going to be able to get 4 or 5 payouts in a month? The only way that'll be is if the second or the day that you request your payout is literally within 24 hours, and the next day, so let's say Tuesday request payment, by Wednesday your payment has gone through and they've released your new account. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. That's going to be very interesting, but this is definitely a new standard in prop firms, right? Because if you go back, we've always been pushing that payout, right? Before it was a monthly payout. Everything kept changing with prop firms, right? Rules got easier. They constantly, and that was more of I think to sell basically more challenges. They made it easier and easier. Now I think they are slowly kind of turning away from that, and I'm going to speak about that because that's something these guys are doing as well. Their rules are still fairly easy. I'll go over the rules in a bit, but they are going to be clamping down on traders that take advantage. So we'll talk about that as well. But it will be interesting to see how this Tuesday payout thing actually plays out. So that's the first thing. That is the good thing. So it'll be interesting to see if other prop firms follow suit. Maybe they won't do the Tuesday. Maybe they'll have different days. But so essentially what this is a weekly payout. You can get a payout every single week, okay? Okay, before we go any further, I just want to quickly remind ourselves of their rules, their current rules, and then we'll have a look at their basically really kind of like cutting down on, the bad traders, the gambling traders. So first, let's just have a reminder of what they currently offer here. So you can do 1-step, 2-step, or 3-step. I'm only going to look at the 2-step. And also worth noting now that they offer Match Trader, C Trader, and Trade Locker. No MT4, no MT5. Okay, so let's have a look. So basically, let's just look at the 2 steps. 2-step, 100K, for example, because that's kind of like I think the most common. So trading period is unlimited. So this is kind of the new standard. Now, minimum trading days, 0 days. And this is one thing that I do want to talk about. So they have made a rule to essentially sell their product for people to buy in, right? They want it to be easy, but then they're moaning about people gambling, right? But this is one of those things that kind of opens itself to people having a little bit more of a gamble mentality, right? They're saying that you can do it in 1 day. So they are selling it on the sense that you can essentially get to a funded account in 2 days, right? Phase 1, pass. Phase 2, pass. But then they're clamping down on gambling type trading. Now, for anyone to be passing a challenge in 1 day, it surely has to be seen as gambling, right? Regardless of what your trading style is, that surely is seen as lucky gambling. So it's weird that they are moaning about it, but some of their rules actually open themselves up to, bringing in those types of traders. I just do want to make a note of that, so if they are going to change the whole thing, then they've got to kind of be consistent with that. That's my thought anyway. So let's carry on. Max daily loss is 5%, maximum loss 10%, profit target 8%, phase 2 profit target 5%, leverage 1 to 100. So I think this is your industry standard now, right? So that's that. I just wanted to touch base on that. And then obviously now they've got their every Tuesday payouts, right? So that's a huge selling point, a new selling point. Now this could potentially become the new norm, right? This could become the new normal. And all prop firms are not probably going to do the Tuesday. They'll probably have their own Monday every Monday, or once every week, weekly, whenever you want it, or you choose your day, however they'll do it. But this is something that I think potentially is going to become the new normal, right? So with that being said, let's go back and have a look at the next thing, where they're going to be talking about clamping down on sort of gambling style trading, traders that are taking advantage of their system. So let's talk about that. Now, I'm not going to read through all of this because it's quite a long. I have summarized it. So let me just go through the basic of what they're talking about there. Okay. So Funding Pips claims that they have never denied payouts to their traders, no matter what. So this means that even if traders have made reckless decisions, they still got paid. Now, unfortunately, some traders started taking advantage of this, acting carelessly because they thought they'd get paid regardless of their behavior. So why does this matter? Well, this kind of reckless trading isn't just a problem for the company. It's unfair to traders who are genuinely trying to succeed. Now, imagine giving someone your car and they drive it recklessly, they drive it fast, they just run your fuel down because they don't care, because at the end of the day they know that you're going to just keep giving them the money so that they can buy more fuel. So it's kind of the same, right? That's kind of what is happening here. And it's damaging the integrity and the trust within the company. That's what they say. So Funding Pips is stepping up to make things right. They're saying no more to traders who treat the platform like a casino. The company has always been transparent and supportive, but now they're cracking down on those who don't play by the rules, right? So does this mean they've always had the rules, but they've kind of just let things slide in order to keep this level of we pay everyone? That's also an interesting thing, guys. I want to just stop there for a second and just kind of look to you guys. If you guys are watching this video and you have had an account with them, with Funding Pips, and requested payouts, have you always got your payouts? Because I want to just get some kind of feedback from you guys watching. Have any of you guys ever been denied a payout from them? Because that kind of makes what they're saying not true. Now, I'm not in any way trying to diss them. I'm just looking at all the facts. I'm trying to understand it all, and we're looking at what they're saying. And if what they're saying is true, that's good. If they are constantly trying to better things for the good traders and ultimately make the industry great again, then that's good. That's good. But they shouldn't be doing that based on lies, right? So I want to just see from you guys, have any of you guys ever been denied a payout from Funding Pips? Anyway, let's get back to it. So how are they doing this new approach? The risk and trade operations teams at Funding Pips have identified traders who are acting recklessly and engaging in harmful trading practices. These practices hurt not only the company, but also the industry and the honest traders who are trying to make a living, right? So it'll be interesting to see how they've actually differentiated between the two, right? What makes you a gambler? I know there's some obvious ones, but what if your strategy is a good one, but it appears a little bit gambly? Where's the line? From now on, if traders engage in risky behavior like trading on important news, so they say you can trade on news, but you can't. So it's an interesting one there. They say you can't place a trade, I think anything then 5 minutes before trading and 5 minutes after, and then they say that's not allowed. But if you are already in a trade when news happens, that's okay. I think that's what they're saying. So the other one is hyper scalping, which is making tons of tiny trades very quickly, or using shady techniques like arbitrage or high frequency trading. Now, these are the things that won't be tolerated, right? They also say that you are allowed to use EAs, but you're not allowed to have your accounts managed by third party. That's very important. They don't want your accounts to be managed, because I think that was one of the big things, is people's accounts being managed by someone that's literally taking trades for multiple people, right? They don't want that. They want you to trade. And then what are the other things? I think there's a lot of few other things where, but I think these are the main ones, right? So they're saying that these kind of things won't be tolerated anymore. So the bigger picture here, Funding Pips isn't the only company dealing with this issue. Obviously, they all are. Now, many other firms are also trying to stop reckless trading by taking these steps. Funding Pips aims to set a new standard in the industry, showing their commitment to fairness and responsible trading, right? So now they talk about other companies also doing this. Now, we've seen a lot of companies denying payouts, but then again, it's also like some of the denied payouts have been more because they don't want to pay out big, regardless of the trader, right? They have been looking for any reason possible to not pay out traders that are asking for bigger payouts. So I think there's a definite difference between a company that is legitimately saying no to the bad traders, the gambling traders, the traders that are taking advantage. And I think they also talk about, now I'm not 100% sure if you guys have traded with Funding Pips, let me know. But they have talked about the fact that they earn when the good traders earn. So essentially that I don't know if they copy trades. I don't know if they are putting traders on a live account. I don't know if they are using the good traders' trades on their own account, but they have made statements that they make money when good traders make money. Now, that would be a big difference, right? That would be a reason to, have good traders, obviously. And that, I think, is the way that prop firms should slowly be heading in, right? That once you've proven you can trade, then trade on either a live account or take that trader's trades and actually make real money from it. No matter how much a good trader makes, you are going to pay them because they have legitimately earned it, right? I think that is a good way to go. So I don't know if this is maybe where they're trying to go, but they don't want to go there directly. They want to first try and weed out the bads and then see how it goes. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what the future holds, okay? So they go on to say what their commitment to the good trader is. To all genuine and honest traders out there, Funding Pips is here to support you. They want to help you succeed in a fair and ethical trading environment. The new policy is all about protecting the integrity of the trading community and ensuring everyone plays by the rules. So they're really pushing on. They want the good traders to stay and they want to weed out the bad traders, right? Which I think is a good thing. I think at its heart, that's a good thing. I think, if you are weeding out, but how do you differentiate that? They say they've got a team that is doing that. So it'll be interesting to see, because I think it's a very fine line, because if you start denying payouts, you risk becoming that company, that prop firm that is on the list of everyone's things saying these guys are denying payouts. You start getting bad reviews, and that can affect your company as a whole. It can affect how many people are now buying into it. So it's a tough one. It'll be very interesting to see how they play this, right? But if they do it right, this has potential to really become the new direction that prop firms head in, right? So this is definitely a prop firm to watch. I think it's a prop firm that is trying to kind of make waves in the industry. They're trying to say enough is enough. No to gambling traders, no to traders that are taking advantage. But how they do it is going to be very interesting to see. Oh, and by the way, if you are not using AI and robotics to improve your trading results, then what are you doing? AI is changing the world. And in the past 4 years here at Blue Edge Financial, we've actually put in over $2 million in developing what we think is the best AI trading system on the market right now, specifically for passing prop firm challenges. So if you'd like to improve your trading edge and unlock $100,000 or more in trading capital, go to www.propfarming.com to see the full demo and how we can guarantee your success or you don't pay a penny. Okay, so here's my closing thoughts on this whole thing. I think it's a brilliant thing that companies like Funding Pips are looking at ways at making this industry better. They're looking at ways to innovate and basically lead the way for other prop firms to follow. The issue is, I think good prop firms have found it very difficult to find their place after everything that's happened in the prop firm industry, because you've had a lot of shady prop firms that are basically paying people from the money they make, and then once that money runs dry, there's an issue, right? So how can they counter this? Number one is they have to either make it harder, they have to make it much harder, that it's more difficult to pass and actually get to the funded account, so that more people are taking challenges, and that way they are generating more funds to actually pay the good traders that are getting through and making getting to the payout stage. They have more of a capital to actually pay them. That's one way. The other way is actually to make money when your good traders make money. So something similar to what the 5%ers do. They actually copy trades to a live account, or they say they do. Now, whether they do or not, who knows? But that would be another way that this would work. But I think there's fear there that they are putting their own money on the line, and that's where it gets a bit difficult. So funding pips, I think, is on the right direction. This Tuesday payday, getting paid once a week, I think is a great incentive to bring more people on board. But the more people you're bringing to it, the more potential you still have for those gambling type traders. So, I think they're going to have their work cut out. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. How do they choose who is gambling, who's not? I think there's going to be very obvious who is gambling and very obvious who's not. But there is going to be that kind of gray area, that crossover area, where you've got, good traders that are maybe getting the short end of the stick and being told that they're gambling, even though their system is very good. So it's going to be a very difficult one, and it'll be one that'll be interesting to see how this plays out. So we're going to keep watching, see what comes of this. And like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Have you actually been using funding pips? If you have, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think of them as a prop firm? They look to be a very good prop firm, and they look to be actually trying to make a difference, which is a good thing, right? So I definitely think they're paving the way. I think they definitely are, on the right track. And I think other prop firms might follow them as well. So maybe these guys are going to be the new kind of norm. Maybe they will start the trend of, making things harder, being more strict on the bad traders, and rewarding the good traders. How? I don't know. It'll be interesting. Let's see how that goes. Anyway, guys, that's where I'm going to leave it today. If you'd like to see another video on more prop firms, Adam has done a brilliant video where he actually goes through a tier list of what he thinks is the top prop firms and maybe the not so good prop firms. So if you want to check that out, make sure you go and have a look at this video. It's a brilliant video. He breaks down, I think it's about 5, 6, maybe even more prop firms. So make sure you go check that out now. That's it from me, guys. Bye for now.